Hi, good morning, everyone. Here I'm going to show you that creating a Power BI report is easy. Okay, first you need to have a set of data. So in here we have a set of working files, and I have the sales numbers in here for sales.csv file. So to create a report, to create a chart from Power BI, right? That will be the first thing that you want to do. It's pretty straightforward. All you need to do is open up Power BI. Of course, you need to install Power BI into your computer first. Then from here, all you need to do is go to Home, Get Data, and there are two options that is commonly used for you to pull the data, just like in Excel. Either as Excel workbook, or you can use a text or CSV file. So we're going to choose text or CSV file in here. Now then go to the folder where you can see the numbers. So working files, US sales numbers, this is the sales file that we see. So double click onto the sales file, okay, and it will start loading into the data file. So this is the first step you need to do, is to load the data into Power BI report. Now, once you do loading inside there, you will see the columns that you will see in the CSV file, and they will have broken up the data straight away nicely for you. Okay, now if your data is pretty clean, in this case, all you need to do is to just load the data. And once you load the data, it will appear in the data pane inside here, and it will show you the columns that I showed you just now. So let's wait for a while. Okay, now the file is huge, so it takes a little while to load, but it is going to load a lot faster than usual because Power BI is designed to load the data file, huge data file, fast. Now, when you say huge, it's in hundreds and thousands of rows. We are not talking about 10,000 or 20,000 rows. Those will be almost instant. All right. So let's wait. It should be pretty fast, and I'm using an old computer, so it may take slightly longer, but it's not going to be that long. Okay, now on screen you should see that it's loading, and you look at the file size. It's huge, 68 MB, and it is still increasing in size. Still loading. So even if you have a big file, it doesn't matter because it will be pretty fast for them to load a huge file, right? So that is why Power BI is designed to do. So let's wait, continue. Think it's almost there. Okay, 4 million rows of data, you watch. Right, now once you load the 4 million rows of data in here, you will see that it says sales here, all right, and the data would be inside the data pane over here. Now, to create your first visual, I'm going to create a cluster column chart here. So click onto cluster column chart, and you can resize the chart accordingly. Now, what I'm going to do is a simple column chart where I will put in the revenue and drop it into the y-axis here, and you should see one column popping up straight away in the data set. Okay, there you go. There you come up. Now, next, I'm going to split the data into different dates. So take the dates, drag and drop it into the x-axis, and you will see the numbers showing up here straight away. Now, this will be pretty fragmented, is because it's already got drilled down. So I'm going to drill up and up and up and up. Okay, so you will see data from 2014 all the way to 2021. So that is where the 4 million rows of data comes in. Now, how do you use this data? You can actually click onto the drill down button over here, and then you can go into, say, 2020. You click onto 2020, it will drill down into the quarter for 2020 by quarter. Now, if you want to look at Q1 number, you can click onto the drill down here, and you should see the monthly data in Q1. Okay, now to go up, same thing, drill up, and you get the data that you see here. Turn this off. Now, another method to drill down the data is to use the double arrow. Click onto the double arrow here, and you will drill down into Q1 to Q4. But bear in mind that when you do this, it is Q1 from 2014 all the way to 2021. Same thing for Q2, Q3, Q4. So this is what the double arrow data icon is used for. They actually break down into the different levels. Drill up. Now, the third one will be the one with the fork. Now, if you click onto the drill down on the fork itself, they will split the data by year, by quarter into Q1 to Q4, second year 2015, Q1 to Q4. So this is how they will drill down. So this is the method to do the fork. Okay, now let's drill up again. Now, the next one I'm going to do is Power BI is pretty good for you to for presentation and for you to enlarge the chart. For example, the icon over here is called the focus mode. When you click onto the focus mode here, what it does is they will expand and occupy the whole space. Now, if you want it to be bigger, you can even close off this pane here. This is how big the chart can come. All right. So let's go back to the report. Then it comes down to a smaller portion over here. Okay, now what you can do in Power BI is you can actually add in the product ID. I can do a slicer in here. And once I put in a slicer over here, I can put it to the side. Okay, then what I can do is product ID. I can drop it into the field. Now I will get the product ID pump up here. Now I can change the layout into a button format by changing it into tile, and you can see the numbers that is popping up here. So now if I click number 3, it shows me 2021 number. If I click onto 25, it will show me different years. Okay, now one of the beauty about Power BI, this will show you more. Okay, now one of the beauty about Power BI is that if I were to clear the format and give me this, now I can actually go back into the format here. We go back to the chart. I can say in the revenue here, I say, no, not in here, but in the dates over here, I can say show item with no data. So just now when you look at 25, you only see one column. But now you see 25, they actually will show all the years, and that 25, product ID not 25 will be the sales in 2014. So now when you click onto this one, it gives you a very good reference of the numbers according to the year, and years that they do not have data will show up. So it becomes a bit more easy to do a referencing from the number itself. Okay, now let's do another simple one. Let's say I want to do a tree map. Right, tree map is something interesting that you don't see in Excel. So from here, and what we're going to do is I'm going to put it somewhere here and drag the revenue number into the values here. It give me one whole chunk. Then I want to drop the, say, date, the year, hierarchy. Okay, let's say I want to drop the product ID into the category. Okay, now click onto the slicer, clear the slicer, and you notice that it gave me a very good nice looking tree map here with all the product ID. Now, the bigger the square, the bigger the revenue numbers. So look at here, 475 will be the largest sales number from 2014 to 2021. Now, another interesting thing, we call it the interactive. Why is it that we call Power BI an interactive report? Okay, watch this. Now, when I click onto the blue one, 475, you will notice that the numbers over here will reduce and show you the contribution of 475 into the different years. And this will be the portion of 475 compared to everything else in every year. Now, you click onto another one, then they will change the numbers and show you the proportion. Okay, that's one. Now, click onto this. Now, you can also interact the files in different ways. For example, if I click onto 2021 numbers here, they will interact by changing the tree map here to show you the proportion of the contribution by the different of 2021 over the rest of the years for 475. So Power BI can interact both ways. Between two visuals, you can either choose a year over here in the column chart, or you can choose the product ID. If you do something extra, you can also use that to do the interaction. Okay, so have you done and understand how to create a Power BI report? It is supposed to be that simple as the number one step or the level one. Okay, now try to do it with your data and see whether you produce the same effect. If not, okay, you can always come for our course and use your data. If it doesn't work, I'm happy to show you how to work. This is what we do in our Power BI training. We don't just show you what we can do in Power BI, but we want to help you to create your first report if you have not done it yet. I'm Jason Koo from Everyday Excel Business Lab. Okay, feel free to chat with me, give me a note if you are interested to look at the training. There are also course material that you can download from there. Just go to the link below and click on it, and it'll bring you, and you can request for a free report, step-by-step report where you can see how it is done and you can follow. So go and request for the report in the link below. All right, and that's all I have for you today.